Greetings everyone. Hope all of you are doing all right, having a fantastic day. I know that intro last time was super long, so I'll keep this nice and short. I will be recording part 1 and part 2 of the Demon playthrough back to back. So if I got a bunch of feedback on the first video and you don't see it reflected in the second video, don't worry about it. I'm definitely going to be, as always, looking through all the comments, responding, and getting a feel for what people want. Appreciate everybody supporting, watching the videos. If you like it, please go ahead and leave me a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share it with anyone else that you feel like might be interested in more Pathfinder content. And with that, let's get into part 2.
The Inheritor, guide my blade. Do not fear. Do not wait.
You know what? There's one more thing I don't like. It is a little irritating to go through this whole system for these minuscule creatures when I know I should literally just be blowing them away. You know, in real time, this would have already been over.
Light, take you.
There you go. But again, small price to pay. Whatever. I'm not worried about it at all. Let's go. Why doesn't Anivia have a slot anymore? Oh crap. I probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's no sooner said. Well. Okay. Yeah. And that weird delay is also weird, honestly. Where it just hangs there saying get ready for battle, but nothing actually happens. There we go. Sela. Charge this one. Excellent. Huh. You know what? Next time I gotta look at it and figure out why was the bug's turn skipped just now? I'm not sure what happened that caused that. I don't know if that's a bug or that's how that's actually supposed to work. So, but actually, no, I'm pretty sure it's not a bug because it had a little symbol under it, as if I like caught him by surprise or whatever. But I'm not sneaking, so I can't see how I would have done that. Wenduag has her spider legs. Fantastic.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
You struggle to make out the man's features in the gloom. As soon as he steps into the circle of light, however, you realize that you have never encountered a creature like this before. The stranger looks like a work of a vivisectionist who attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Wenduag!
Lann, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait, they might know what's going on up there.
You can hardly hold yourself from praising the looks of these strangers aloud. They look like real monsters, as if Lamashtu herself kissed them when they were born. So yeah, at some point Owlcat mentioned that they are going to add dialogue into the game that is deity-based. And so this is one example of that. I only got this option because I picked Lamashtu. Demons are laying waste to Kenebres.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Kenebres. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Who are you? Tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
I think Wenduag's voice is absolutely fantastic. And I know a lot of you are probably sick and tired of my gravelly version of her voice and will be happy to have her voice acting in the game.
Sadly, Underground Crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lann? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
I've never heard of Underground Crusaders before.
In Canabras, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
What is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short, our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else, and that our lives are not in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold.
Sorry, I selected the option asking what they were doing down here.
Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Sull, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the Underground Crusaders to take up arms. If we get the Holy Sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lann?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Wenduag shrugs and turns away. Maze, does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here, and after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the Underground Crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wenduag too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
A sword of holy flame? How did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Lann, watch your tongue.
We'll find the sword faster if we work together. I'll help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
So as an FYI, in this playthrough,
Quiet footsteps.
we're going to... Statue of an unknown knight. The technique is crude, but the figure was clearly crafted with genuine feeling. We are going
What do we have
to
here?
stick with Lann, because I've never had a playthrough with Lann.
If there's gold, it's mine.
This room looks like an improvised museum or perhaps some kind of temple. I've never had a playthrough with
What
Lann,
is that?
and I've talked quite a bit of trash about him,
Precisely.
so I figure if I'm going to talk about him that much, I should at least have a playthrough so I can actually say to people, yes, I've seen his content, and yes, he still sucks.
I found
But
something.
from my understanding, Demon is the best playthrough to have a relationship with Wenduag. You get special dialogue, just as a FYI. Supposedly, specific mythic paths are the best to try to romance specific people. So like if you go the Azada route, you get special dialogue for romancing Arushale. All right, you can read through that if you like. Fiercely call out to traitors, read through that. Will 10. Failed, oh well. Menu. Punish evildoers and traitors. And close. We're not following angels, so this is very little to do with us.
Hey, are you all right? You were kinda glowing just now.
Sela kneels before the light. There you go. Sela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Ayamade.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
You saw it too? The traitors, the dying girl.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sull. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if she can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wenduag, don't be a sore loser. She is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before her, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because she doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sull, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
Angel Mythic Path, reveal the light of heaven. It seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lann?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sull needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Lead us to your chief, and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
The mongrel did it. Make every strike count.
Tear your throat out!
Ooh. Ooh. It's kind of ugly when they can go first. I don't appreciate that at all. Not at all. Yeah. We'll attack. Oh.
I saw them.
Oh, the spiders are immune to sleep? Well, I'm glad I found that out now.
The spirits demand your blood.
Sheesh. What's the problem?
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, since I was... That's weird. All the other times when I just attacked, it automatically... Interesting. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Interesting. Okay. Gotta get used to multiple people. No problem. Every event is documented in combat. Oh.
Endure this!
We are the light.
Excellent.
They are the darkness.
So it does let you get an attack off, so it seems like... Oh, flat-footed. That's what that means. Okay. Well, what else? What is that check mark underneath thing? Okay. Flat-footed. Was not yet active during combat, or a character that cannot properly see an opponent is flat-footed. Flat-footed characters lose their dexterity, cannot make attacks of opportunity, and I think they're vulnerable to sneak attack damage at this point, right? So yeah, definitely want to use this when depending upon sneak attack characters, which, now that I think about it, I am going to be depending on sneak attack characters. I think I'm going to be using both Grey Boar and Woljiv. So yeah, this is great. This is great. Sheila, handle business. Excellent. Very, very good.
Thanks, Lann. You're so awesome, Lann.
Into the fray!
Battle.
Go for their hearts!
What in the hell? Why didn't... Seriously? God dog
The
it.
Inheritor, guide my blade!
Now you attempt to run past, right? Oh, okay, you're smarter than that. You're gonna try to just do it straight
You've
up.
crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cure Lann wounds, right? Yep. Okay.
I'll bathe in your blood! Stab their backs.
Try to run.
No glory without risk!
Excellent. Oh, there's another thing over there.
I'll rip you apart!
As far as it goes.
Make every strike count.
Goes.
Cover me!
The light take you!
Kind of weird that I was able to do a whole turn
Into the fray!
without that creature moving at all.
You are today's sacrifice!
Excellent. I'll take it. Any perception need anything like that? Nope.
They'll beg me to
What's
stop.
that there?
They should have known better.
Beg me to stop.
Your death awaits.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Doop.
Endure this.
You missed that? Oh, got it, dog it.
I'll loot your corpse. That's easy.
It's just funny to me the way she says that. Like, she says it in such a threatening manner. I will loot your corpse. You wouldn't like that, would you? Would you? All right, so it gave you a nice little taste of the voice acting, and now we go back to the way that you would usually expect things to be, muted. So, like I said before, I'll skip through this, but I'll skip through it slowly enough that you can pause and read it if you would like to. Lann ensure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I'll think about it. Let's go. All right. Get on in here. Leave.
Quiet footsteps.
Is there someone else from the surface here? I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze. No, actually, I'm not going to do that because I side with Lann. So, lawful. Angel Mythic Path. Reveal the light of heaven. Lann speaks the truth. I'm not responsible for others' decisions. And since Wenduag is going to abandon us, we might as well strip her of all her gear. Okay.
The way seems clear.
Now that I think about it.
Good.
There we go. I want to ask a few questions. Tell me about mongrels. Tell me about Wenduag. Tell me about Lann. Have you heard about the goddess named Lamashtu? Your entire tribe looks like she blessed you. Lamashtu, huh? The chief scratches his lumpy cheek pensively. Never heard anything about anything like that. You must be kidding it, old man. Do we look like we blessed to you? Curse sounds more like it. Oh, this life on the ground is real hard. Yeah. Thank you for your answers. What are you going to do now? Can I just clarify? Are we Uplanders prisoners or guests here? I want to look around here. All right.
Careful now.
Again, this is my first time picking Lamashtu as a deity, so I hadn't seen that dialogue before, so I figured you all probably haven't either. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? How did you end up here? You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though they saved your life. What kind of business proposition? I don't remember him saying that before. You're a spellcaster, I presume. A sorcerer. A wizard. I can't tell which exactly. But that's not the point. Spells are always useful, especially in a situation like the current one. Diplomacy 16, 2,000 gold. Ooh, there's nothing like having good persuasion. Money first. Deal. We have to go.